Welcome to Baby-Led Piano, music theory for babies, toddlers, and preschoolers. This lesson is about how on earth do you get a baby to practice. I'm going to tell you something about babies. They're the hardest workers you've ever seen. If they are doing something that's their idea and that they're developmentally ready to do, they're going to work harder at it than anybody. I have never seen a grown-up work as hard to gain a new skill as a baby trying to learn how to crawl. I got to watch my own grandbaby a few weeks ago go from scooting himself under the couch because he was trying to crawl but he couldn't go forward, to army crawling and going forward and just going as fast as he could, to doing push-ups throughout the day to strengthen his arms for regular crawling. He was working so hard at getting up and trying to stand up on the furniture that he wouldn't even go to sleep. This baby was working from the moment he woke up till the moment he reluctantly fell asleep, and as soon as he was awake, he was doing it again. No grown-ups ever work that hard, especially to gain a new skill. Grown-ups will sometimes work that hard at something that they really have a deadline for. Say, a very motivated grown-up will do that sometimes, but you can't sustain it. Babies do this every day. So if you give your baby something to attain to that they want and that they're developmentally ready for, they will work harder at it than anybody. You don't have to make them practice. All you need to do is inspire them. That sounds like a lot, but you inspire your baby to walk because you walk. You inspire your baby to talk because you talk, and you inspire your baby to talk more if you listen to their talking and talk back, as we've discussed in previous lessons. So if you want your baby to play the piano, all you have to do is provide something for them to pound their little fists on and their little feet when they're ready, and you play the piano because your baby wants to be exactly like you. Here's the trick to it, though. Your attitude towards it is going to completely determine how your baby feels about it. For example, if you're trying to get your baby to love ice cream because you love ice cream and you beg your baby many times a day, please try some ice cream, please try some ice cream, they're probably going to hate ice cream. It seems impossible, but your attitude can actually make your child not like a thing that is really like one of the number one foods, in my opinion. So same thing, if you're trying to say, hey, you gotta practice, even to a baby, a toddler, or a preschooler, they're going to resist it. But if you practice, they're gonna wanna do what you do, especially if you consider what you're doing the treat. Okay, so the way to do that is something like, instead of saying, oh, I have to practice. Okay, be still over there. I'm going to practice. That's not going to help your baby have a good attitude about playing the piano. If it's more like, oh, let's hurry and get you dressed so we can play the piano, then they're going to feel that excitement that you're exuding, and they're going to want to be with you when you do it. You make it comfortable for your baby. Put them in a front carrier, put them in a high chair, put them in whatever keeps them safe while you have your two hands playing, and go ahead and enjoy yourself. Say things like, oh, this is really fun. Your baby will take your enthusiasm and want to do it. The key to this is, though, your baby will do it when they can. If they're not developmentally ready to intentionally press some piano keys down, don't try to make them. Just let them do it when they get ready, just the same way as you let them talk when they get ready. Nobody's in there moving their baby's tongue around and saying, here, try to say this word. That would be insane. So in the same context, you don't really want to take your baby's fingers and try to force them to play a song. Just let your baby see you do it, and when their fingers can, or when their fists can, they will. Then, whatever they do, whether it's, which by the way comes later, you love it. You just love whatever they do. Encourage them. Don't tell them they're wrong, because they're not. That's how you get your baby to practice. So just make sure you're taking some time every day, and most of all, make it the treat. This is the thing you've been waiting for. Let them know as soon as we're done with this other stuff that we have to do, then we'll get to play music. I hope you have so much fun showing your babies how much you enjoy practicing the piano. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, leave comments below, and as always, share it with someone you love. See you soon.